So hello and yes, welcome back to another video, guys. Now this is not a Blu-ray unboxing, which is quite surprising. It's not very often I do videos like this, like discussion videos. I've only really done it once, which was when a load of San Diego Comic-Con trailers got released. But it must be about 12 months back now, probably. But not saying the Blu-ray unboxings is the only thing I do here, but in terms of talking about something which I haven't got in front of me, I don't do it very often. Nevertheless, I did want to come on and talk about Marvel's Phase 4 Comic-Con announcement. So yeah, in Hall H, the Comic-Con that's just it's still happening this weekend, Marvel had their big panel, and it was great. It was great. I weren't there, but I've watched the videos online, and they nailed it. Kevin Feige done a fantastic job. But I want to talk about the movies and the TV shows that we got coming up, and I want to go into them a bit. I'm going to go in order of release, so we're going to go from Black Widow all the way through to Thor: Love and Thunder. So yeah, I mean, at the minute, I'm Marvel Universe doing fantastic. This year we've had Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame, and Spider-Man: Far From Home. Captain Marvel's alright. I loved Avengers Endgame. I thought it was absolutely incredible. And I'm not a biased Marvel fan. I'm not one of these guys who's just going to say that it's the Avengers that's great. I had a lot of issues with Age of Ultron, and I had a few issues with Infinity War as well. But Endgame, for me, was a near perfect film. I really enjoyed it. And Spider-Man: Far From Home was also really enjoyable. Really good film. So Marvel, been on a roll this year, in my opinion. And I don't doubt that the latest season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is really good as well, because I'm also a fan of that. So it was a shame to hear that is getting axed, because that was one of the first things which come up. It might have been before Comic-Con, actually, that they said, well, it's not getting axed, but they are ending it after their 7th season, which is a shame. But anyway, if the time has come, the time has come. But now we've got all of this to look forward to. So let's start off with Black Widow. So this is a film which I've known for a long time, and I think a lot of other people have. Is coming. There's been set photos, and there's been so many casting decisions in it, which have come up on the internet and whatnot. And people have been picking up on it. I've seen the logo before this, because it was on set. They had the logo on set on the side of some of the cameras and stuff. So it's like they weren't really hiding it too much, but you know, it's cool. It looks good. So of course we've got Scarlett Johansson back. The film is also going to be set between Civil War and Infinity War, which is really cool. I would have preferred, I think, between Infinity War and Endgame, just to fill that gap a bit. Because, a lot of the Avengers aren't there, whereas, you could say, well, where's Captain America in this time gap? Because she was with him for a lot of it, what we assume, between Civil War and Infinity War. But nevertheless, it appears that we're not going to have anyone else popping up as of yet. They've cast David Harbour in it, who most people know as playing Hopper in Stranger Things. He's a really good actor. He's my favourite character in Stranger Things, probably. Maybe. I like the guy that Natalie Dyer's character was with in the first season. He was pretty good as well. But I really liked him as Hellboy as well in the recent Hellboy film. Not saying that film was great, because we all know how that film went over, but he was good as Hellboy. He's a very enthusiastic actor, and I really enjoy him. Also, Rachel Weisz is in this film, which is pretty surprising, because she's an Academy Award-winning actress. She's really big, and I'm pleased that she's coming to the MCU. Very cool. So next up, also in 2020, that's on May 1st, by the way, Black Widow. And then in the fall of 2020, we are getting the Falcon and the Winter Soldier TV series. Falcon and the Winter Soldier are two of my very favourite buddy cop characters in Marvel. They have really good chemistry, considering they started off pretty much hating each other. They didn't have the background that Steve Rogers had with the Winter Soldier, obviously. They started off hating each other, and they come together through Captain America. Of course, now Falcon has got Captain America's shield. You can even see it in the logo. Love the logo, by the way. But yeah, I can't wait. I love these two characters. Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan absolutely nail these characters. I'm really excited that we're going to see them both fleshed out. And I think it's 8 episodes. I think in an 8-hour, phenomenon. People have said that they rather get films, which I don't get, really. I am more of a film person than a TV series person, but these characters, you want to see these ones fleshed out more. TV series will flesh them out more. So I'm really happy they've gone this way with these characters. There are some characters that I'd rather stay in the films. These two characters I think are going to work a lot better on the TV. Also, they're bringing Zemo back. Zemo was the villain in Civil War, and a lot of people complained because he kind of just felt like just a random guy who just kind of turned up and didn't use his mask like he has in the comics. However, at Comic-Con, he turned up on the big screen behind them wearing the mask, and apparently the mask looks awesome. I love his look in the comics, so I'm really pleased we're going to see Zemo looking like Zemo, even though I didn't have a problem with him in Civil War. I thought he was very, very well written, very clever. But now we're going to see Zemo for all he is. And then on November 6th, we're getting The Eternals, which is another film which has been massively rumoured for quite some time now. And there's been a lot of casting decisions for it, which have been rumoured and whatnot. Of course, some of them are, a lot of people were already aware of Angelina Jolie coming into the mix. There was also a lot of rumours about Millie Bobby Brown coming in to play the young girl in it. And I'm not the biggest Millie Bobby Brown fan, I'm not going to lie. So I was kind of pleased when she didn't turn up. But of course, Angelina Jolie, that one is true. She's playing a character called Thena. We've got Richard Madden, who people know mostly from Game of Thrones, playing Robb Stark. He was also in the Elton John film Rocket Man. Salma Hayek, I think is how you say her name, is going to be in this film, and I'm not a big fan of her. I've seen her in a lot of Adam Sandler films, surprisingly. I'm not a big fan of her, so I'm a little bit, not concerned, but I'm a little bit worried, I'd say, about how much I'm going to enjoy her performance. And we've got Marvel's first deaf superhero in this film, which is also very interesting. So the Eternals, I can't wait. It's going to be set like at the beginning of time nearly, I believe. I don't know much about these characters, but they are ancient. They are the oldest, some of the oldest superheroes in Marvel, possibly the oldest. I don't know. So it's really cool. We could see some Thanos. We could see Thanos pop up again in this one, I'm thinking. Because I heard he was part of the Eternals at one point. So that's really cool, really cool. Then we got Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which is really exciting. Now, I love the actor. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, who they've cast as Shang-Chi. I love what he's been doing on Twitter. Just go search that if you don't know what I'm on about. It's hilarious. It's really good. But yeah, the title excites me so much. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And you can see the Ten Rings in the background. Now, of course, some people know what the Ten Rings are, some people won't. The Ten Rings, of course, is associated with the Mandarin. The Mandarin runs the Ten Rings, or the group, the terrorist organisation. The Ten Rings originally captured Tony Stark in Iron Man 1. It's them who put him in the cave. So it's kind of, they made Iron Man in a way, or made Tony Stark become Iron Man. They are also present throughout Iron Man 2. Of course, Iron Man 3, someone impersonates them, Ben Kingsley's character, who I hope they bring back in this one, because they've done a short on him, All Hail the King, I think it's called, something like that, where at the end of the mini-episode, Ben Kingsley is taken out of prison by a guard who has the Ten Rings tattoo on him, and he says, well, the real Mandarin wants to speak to you. So we've all known that the Mandarin's out there for quite some time, but that was back during Iron Man 3. And this huge gap, even though the Ten Rings have shown up a couple more times in the background. They showed up in Ant-Man, I believe. And now we're finally going to get the real Mandarin. The guy who they've cast is a really well-respected Chinese actor, I believe. So I'm really excited for this film. Shang-Chi is a character which I never thought I'd be that excited about. But the actor who they've chosen is so enthusiastic. I love it. And the fact they're doing the Mandarin, it's exciting. I'm really looking forward to this. I really am. I think this could be really, really good. Then we got WandaVision coming out. Shang-Chi is the 12th of February 2021. So we're going into 2021 now. WandaVision is the next one up in spring 2021, which is really cool. Of course, Paul Bettany is returning. We have no idea how, because the last time we saw him was at the end of Infinity War, where he was killed. Quite brutally, I might add as well. So my guess is they're going to do what happens in the comics when Vision dies. He stays grey and he's pretty much just an android. My guess. However, do you want to pay all this money to get Paul Bettany just for him to do that? Apparently, of course, it's got Scarlet Witch in. It's going to be a direct lead up to our next film, which is coming out in May, on May the 7th, 2021. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So yes, the multiverse is real. You know, we don't have to listen to Quentin Beck from Spider-Man Far From Home, because of course he lied about it. But even though he lied about it, I think a lot of us still knew that the multiverse was still a thing, because it is referenced in the first Doctor Strange. Not sure how Quentin Beck found out about the multiverse to then lie about it in Spider-Man. But nevertheless, the multiverse is still a real thing. Scarlet Witch is going to be appearing in Doctor Strange, which is amazing. Now, I'd heard a lot of talk that Doctor Strange 2 was going to be one of the next ones up. So I wasn't too surprised to hear that Doctor Strange 2 was on this list. But I was surprised to hear that they'd actually listened to fans and put Scarlet Witch in it, because that's what everyone's been saying. Put Scarlet Witch in a Doctor Strange film. It just works so well. And I'm so happy to hear that they're doing the Multiverse of Madness. Now, of course, the director and Benedict Cumberbatch, they both said that it's going to be a horror film. They're going to focus on breaking down Doctor Strange, because Doctor Strange is very similar to Iron Man in a way, where he's very cocky. Even when he's at his weakest, he's still cocky. And it does kind of feel like, yeah, let's make Doctor Strange a bit different to Iron Man here. Obviously, his powers are different, but personality-wise, he's not that different to Tony Stark. So I'm liking the fact that they're going to break him down a bit here. Hopefully, we're going to see him a lot more vulnerable. In terms of the wacky weirdness of the multiverse that they could do, they've said that they're going to go full psychedelic with it. They said this about the first Doctor Strange film, and they didn't. So, I'm going to wait to see a trailer, I'm going to wait to see a film before I say, wow, they're finally going all weird wacky. Just because they're saying it doesn't mean it's going to happen, because that's exactly what happened with the first Doctor Strange film. So we'll see. But I love the title, I love the logo, it's great. Benedict is always a treat to watch as well. So in spring 2021, we are then getting a TV series based on Loki. Now, this is the Loki from Endgame. So this is in an alternate timeline. This is in one of the alternate timelines. But who knows? Maybe at the end of it, he might find his way back into the timeline that all these other things are set in, or our core Avengers and our storyline is set in, so we can get Loki back. Maybe. Could happen. I hope it does, because I love Tom Hiddleston. I don't want him to just be stuck on TV. I like seeing... don't get me wrong, I'm pleased we're getting it. It's cool that he's going to TV, but I still like seeing him in films as well. So it'd be cool if at the end of it he did come back into the reality that we're in now, the timeline we're in. The title for this one's a bit weird. I don't hate it as much as some people, but it's very odd. It's only 4 letters, Loki, but every letter it's just different. It just looks very odd, especially the K. This is bizarre. But of course, Tom Hiddleston starring in it. I love it. And that's about all I've got to say on that one. There hasn't really been too much information given on that one. So that'll be interesting. So in summer of 2021, we get the What If series, which I'm really excited about. The What If series is going to be animated, which I'm completely fine with. It's really cool that Marvel are stretching into animation, I think. I'm trying to get up the actor's name now, I can't find his name. Someone will let me know in the comments below, though. But the lead actor is who's going to be narrating it. He's going to be playing one of the Watchers, which is really cool. We saw the Watchers in Guardians 2, so I wonder if there's going to be a reference there. I hope there is. That'd be cool. But the lead actor is the android guy from Westworld, the one who works with Anthony Hopkins in the Verse series and kind of turned on him. So it's really exciting to see him entering the MCU. He's a very, very good actor. And so many people are coming back for this. I can't list them because there's so many big names. Chris Evans is coming back for Captain America. Literally, all the way back to the first Iron Man, we got people coming back. No mention of Robert Downey yet. I hope he does come back. I know that he's kind of trying to put Marvel behind him. This is just a little animated side project. He only has to go in the studio, do a couple days' work, doing his lines. So I hope we see him again. But yeah, the What If series really excites me. It really does. And I've said the first episode is going to be what if Peggy Carter took the super soldier serum instead of Steve Rogers in Captain America, the First Avenger, which is very, very cool. I love this idea. It's fantastic. So yeah, I look forward to that a lot. And then in the fall of 2021, we get the Hawkeye series, and the logo is incredible. It's beautiful. It's very reminiscent of the original comic it's going to be based off, apparently. They showed a little intro teaser for it, and it looks fantastic. The animation is beautiful. I'm pretty sure that's probably going to be the opening credit bit at the start of each episode, which I'm happy with. It looks fantastic. Jeremy Renner's a treat. I believe this is going to be him training up his daughter. Probably some other cool stuff going on as well in it. But yeah, Hawkeye, I'm so happy he's getting so much more attention. He's always been a character which I've wanted to see more of. Endgame, we got to see a lot more of him. And now finally we're getting a whole TV show on him. He is at the minute, out of the original 6, the Avenger that's had the least screen time. And he's potentially going to go to the Avengers that's had maybe the most screen time. Which is incredible. So I'm really excited for that. Yeah, Jeremy Renner, what a guy. I can't wait. And then right at the end, November 5th, 2021, we've got my personal favourite, the one I'm most excited for. And this is Thor, Love and Thunder. Why am I most excited for this? Because they brought back Taika Waititi. The guy's fantastic. I love him. On the panel, he was absolutely hilarious. I think he's just incredible. And yeah, there was just so much other cool stuff they announced at the panel. Of course, Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson come out, so it's really nice to see Tessa Thompson's returning. They also strongly hinted towards Taika Waititi reprising his role as Korg. So we're going to have the main 3 back from Ragnarok, other than, of course, Hulk. I'm doubtful he'll be in this one. And of course, Loki. Probably not. Unless what I said about the Loki TV series happens, where he finds his way back into our reality at the end, then he could pop up, but we'll have to wait and see. But of course, the big news about Thor 4 was that Natalie Portman will be returning as Jane Foster, and she will be taking the comic line where she becomes Lady Thor, which I'm so excited about. Now, Natalie Portman she can act so well when she wants to, but when she doesn't want to be there, she doesn't act great. Now, she 100% wants to be in this film because she wouldn't have signed back up for it if she didn't want to do it. Thor: The Dark World, you could tell she didn't want to do it. She was obviously just contracted. She had to. The only issue I have is she going to want to stick around after this film? Because she's not going to die in it. I'm very doubtful she's going to die in it. She's going to be playing a main superhero now, so she's going to have to be reoccurring like all these other actors. So I do hope that she doesn't do what she done before. But apparently she done what she done before, as in she left because she didn't like playing a damsel in distress, which she very clearly was. So it's, she's not that anymore. She's going to be Lady Thor. And she didn't like one of the other heads of Marvel who used to work with Joss Whedon, who moved to the TV side of things. And of course, he's not a part of it anymore. So, hey, hopefully all is well now. I'm really, really looking forward to Thor, Love and Thunder. It just sounds great so far. I love the title as well, the fonts, everything. And that's it for Phase 4, apparently. Some people are a bit disappointed that that's it for Phase 4, because there's really only, 4 films there, I think it was, maybe 5. And then it's all made up of TV shows as well. But I think it's good. I really do, because there's a nice blend of everything going on. There's a nice mixture. And it is an in-between phase. It's a nice... I think it's nice. I'm happy with it. I think they've done a good job there. Of course, they did then bring out the Oscar-winning actor, whose name is escaping me in a minute. But again, people let me know in the comments below. He's a fantastic actor to play Blade, which apparently is going to be the first film up of Phase 5. I really like the character Blade. I'm really happy that they've got a Blade film in the works. I've always been a big fan of that character. And the actor who they've picked is incredible. And I'm guessing that because they picked him, it kind of says that the Netflix shows aren't canon anymore, because he's already in the MCU technically in Luke Cage season 1. So I'm guessing that axes the Netflix shows out, which, as much as I enjoyed some of them, I hope it does, because I'd rather get new versions of Daredevil for this universe. Don't get me wrong, I loved the Daredevil show. It was great. But I'd rather get fresh versions on either the Disney streaming channel or in the films. I'd rather get new versions of these characters. And apparently the actor who's playing Blade went to Marvel. He went to Kevin Feige and said, I want to play Blade. It wasn't them who went to him. So that's pretty cool as well. And then, of course, Last thing I'm going to talk about, right at the end, Kevin Feige said that he didn't get a chance to talk about some other films he was working on, which are going to be in Phase 5, which is a couple of them pretty obvious. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Black Panther 2, Captain Marvel 2. All of them, I'm excited about them. But he absolutely got my heart going when he mentioned Fantastic Four. Can't wait, Fantastic Four. It's in the works. They're probably casting. Again, I'm hoping for John Krasinski, Emily Blunt, and Zac Efron for that. My personal picks. I'm not sure who I'd get to play The Rock. The Thing. Sorry, The Rock. Dwayne Johnson's not in it. But who I'd get to play The Thing. And then, of course, he mentioned mutants as well. So the X-Men are... they're thinking about X-Men. Again, it's very tricky how they'd get away with doing X-Men. I have my opinions on that, but I'll save that for another video. But anyway, that is it for this video, guys. I am excited for Phase 4. It sounds really good. I personally really like the blend of TV and movie. I like the weird wackiness of the direction we're going. You know, we got Eternals. Thor, Love and Monsters just sounds crazy. WandaVision. Just bleeding into Doctor Strange and the madness of the multiverse or whatever it's called. It just sounds weird, wacky, and I can't wait. It all sounds great, really. There's very few things in there I have problems with. So yeah, I'm excited. There's my little discussion video on it. I hope you've enjoyed it as always, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a message. Let me know what you guys think of the Phase 4 announcement. If you're not excited, then I don't understand it. But if you are... happy days. But thank you so much for watching as always, guys. And I'll see you guys next time for another video. Bye bye.